Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of An American Observations of an American Living in Germany. Well, I'm actually an American in the United States of America tonight. I caught a flight out of Frankfurt via Lufthansa to Dulles, what they call IAD, Dulles International Airport. They call it Washington, but it's really probably a good 25 miles west of DC. It's out in Loudoun County, Virginia, in Sterling. But anyway, I'm going to be back here in the States, home for 13 days. Got some family business to take care of, a high school reunion, stuff like that. But I wanted to give a thumbs up to Lufthansa Airlines. Those people know how to run an airline the right way. Got I had a 10:30 flight at Frankfurt. I got there a little bit after 8. I've never seen the line so long to get through security. It took me an hour and a half to get through security. I couldn't believe it. I've never seen it like that before. It was a madhouse in there. People were freaking out. And then when we got on the plane, we got delayed about 45 minutes from taking off because they had about 50 people they still didn't have on the plane. And they didn't leave because it was the airport's fault. They had people on connecting flights that were late, and then they had other people having trouble getting through security. It was what we used to call in the military a big chocolate mess. But anyway, the people hustled, got got in the air. I was sitting in coach, and I had a bulkhead seat, so that was kind of nice. I had extra legroom in front of me. The flight attendant could not have been nicer. She was sitting in the jump seat straight across from me. Very nice people. She hustled all during the flight, but it was a wide body Airbus, 2 seats on the left, 2 seats on the right, and then 4 in the middle in the coach class. And they served free drinks, which is really cool. Unfortunately, the whiskey was Scotch, and I'm more of a bourbon guy. But hey, what are you gonna do? It was still pretty good. The meal was some kind of chicken. It was like diced chicken and potato and salad with a roll. It was very good. And before we landed, they gave us, it looked like a hot pocket. It was like a little pizza turnover type thing. It's actually pretty damn good. And we took off about 45 minutes late, but we landed maybe 30 minutes late. So they tried to make up for it a little bit. And they had in-flight entertainment, movies, the little screen. You can play games and watch movies on it. I also downloaded 2 books, audio books, that I listened to one of them on the way over. It was a 10-hour book, and I listened to, I don't know, about 7 hours of it on the plane, and then I was in traffic in my rental car on the way from Dulles down to Richmond, and it took me 4 hours because of the traffic. It was horrific. Ugh, that's one thing I don't miss about living in Virginia. I mean, Germany has some traffic issues, but not like the DC area does. But nevertheless, shout out to the flight crew at Lufthansa. You guys really did well. And according to American law, they can't fly domestically in the United States. They can fly people from Frankfurt to any airport in the United States, but you couldn't take Lufthansa from, say, Dulles to Miami. They got some kind of rule about it. But they do partner. When I fly back to Frankfurt in 2 weeks, I'll fly on United. So they share the same booking number and all that. So they have a partnership of some kind going on. But the plane was an Airbus A340. I really liked it. Thing had 6 bathrooms in the about halfway in the middle of the plane. So, I mean, you got a lot more people on the plane, but most planes only have 1 or 2 lavatories that you can use. That was kind of nice. And very, very smooth plane, very little turbulence. Man, that thing is big. And it was kind of weird when we got there. We were at gate Z13, and the plane they had parked there was like an Airbus A320, a small 2-engine plane. And I'm like, this isn't right. And they took us down the hallway past that plane we had to go and get on a bus, and the bus took us out on the tarmac, and we got on the plane there. I remember asking the flight attendant, I said, "Are you sure this one's going to Dulles?" So it was a tip of the hat. The German efficiency was in perfectly exemplified by the Lufthansa crew. They did everything 5 stars. I don't know what was going on with the security at the airport. I mean, the line was backed up all the way through the terminal. It was crazy. I don't know what was going on, if they were short of people, if somebody called out, or they had some kind of emergency that they didn't say anything to anybody about. I did see a few police officers walking around kind of hurriedly, so maybe something was going on. But nevertheless, I'm in the States now, and I'll try and put up a video or two while I'm here if I can find some Wi-Fi. So I can't believe it. It's about 8:45 here, so it's like 2:45 in the morning, my body time, but I'm just not tired. I spent all that time in the car and everything, and got some chili at Wendy's on my way back, and I took a shower when I got here. I'm at the house we own in Virginia. My mother-in-law lives here now, but um, after we come back from the States, this will probably be our permanent base. But nevertheless, I do miss my wife, though. It was weird going somewhere without her, you know. But anyway, I'll be back before long. So anyway, schönen Woche Ende.